Okay, so first we're going to start with the cat-cow, which is to loosen up the back. So first, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we're going to just open up towards the sky with the chest and the tailbone. Looking up and slowly rounding one vertebrae at a time towards the sky. Letting the head be nice and heavy. And just going through those two motions for 8 times, so 8 of each. Okay, so this one is going to be a figure 4 rock. So you want your feet to be a little bit wider than your hips and your knees bent. You can assist yourself with the hands behind the back, or to make it a little bit more challenging, have your hands up front. You're going to drop the knees on one side and then just wait a few seconds to rock back to the other side to make it a challenge. Just doing it without the hands. Very good for the hip joint. It's just taking you through a nice motion for the hips. Okay, so the next one is going to be laying on our back. The first variation, the easiest variation, is basically going to be with the foot, one foot on the ground. Then you pick up the other foot up and put it right under your knee. Flex the foot up. Make sure both of your hips are nicely, evenly on the ground. Then you're going to try to keep that happening, so lower back on the floor. You're going to try to push the knee away from you. If that is still not a good stretch, you can go ahead and pick up the leg and basically get your hands in between your legs and just hold it like this. Same thing as last time. Either you hold here and you push automatically with the knee down, or you can use and assist yourself with your hand by pushing it this way. Okay, so for this one is to really massage the lower back. So we're basically going to make little circles with our knees. You can keep the knees together or have them a little wider apart. It depends on how wide your hips are, but try to figure out what works best for you. I personally like it with both knees together. And just doing maybe 8 to 10 rotations in one direction, and then switching directions, same thing, 8 to 10, choose one number and do it for both directions. Okay, so best for last, we're gonna stretch the front of our hip. So you need something to prop your foot up. It could be a table, couch, whatever you have. So pick up that foot and put it on the box or chair, whatever you have. And then you want that knee to be at a 90 angle. And then you're going to try to tuck that hip underneath you. So tuck the tailbone underneath you. Then you don't want to reach with the knee forward. Rather keep that knee where it is and just reach forward with the hip. So just the hip. Once you feel a good stretch here, if that's a good stretch, stay right there, skip the next part. If you still feel like it's not getting the area that you really want, and to get a really deep, nice stretch on the side, you're going to pick up the hand and just reach overhead like this. Once you feel stable here, you can even lean further towards the opposite side. Now, if you peek at my hips, I can feel my hip is going this way. So I'm going to try to fight this and push my hip towards the other leg. Keep that tailbone tucked. Keep pushing through the front leg. Put your hand right here if you need some assistance, or even back here, whatever, have something around you. And just try to lean, hold it here. Check with that hip. Just hold in here. Obviously, do it to the other side. Hold it maybe 30 seconds. 30 seconds is too much. Don't do it as much. Maybe 20 seconds is